Hi, all of you. Welcome to the unit Human Resource Function. My name is Gaganjot, and we are going to discuss human resource function. So let me share my screen. So in this unit, human resources, we are going to understand the role of human resource function. So why we need to understand the function of human resource? We need to understand the role of human resource function for various reasons. And we are going to discuss in this unit. The aim of our unit is to develop knowledge and understanding of HR function, including recruitment, selection, retention, monitoring, and development of employees. We will understand HR responsibilities when recruiting employees or terminating employee contracts. We'll understand how employees are supported and developed. In this LO1, the indicative content is to understand the role of HR function, and which includes recruitment, selection, retention, support, and development of employees, remunerations, termination of employee contracts, liaison with unions, compliance with legislation, management of grievance and disciplinary procedures, relationship of HR to other organizational functions to include management of budgets, organizational and functional skills needs analysis, introduction to employment law to include compliance with discrimination, health and safety, equality and diversity, data protection, and employment legislation. All right, to understand the role of human resource function, now why we need to understand this role? Here, I'll outline and explain these functions before summarizing them in a table. The first and the foremost is recruitment and selection. Now, this function involves identifying, attracting, and hiring the most suitable candidate for job vacancies within the organization. So, somewhere it means the right person for the right job. It includes activities such as job analysis, advertising, screening, interviewing, and making job offers. Training and development. HR is responsible for ensuring that employees have the necessary training, skills, knowledge to perform their roles effectively. This function includes conducting training needs assessment, designing training programs, delivering training sessions, and evaluating their effectiveness. The HR develops systems for evaluating and improving employees' performance also. This understanding is key to fostering a productive and motivated workforce. So an HR is in a small office sets up monthly one-on-one meetings between managers and employees to discuss performance and set goals, leading to better productivity. Performance management. It aims to align individual performance with organizational goals and identifying areas for improvement. The HR oversees the process of setting up performance objectives, monitoring employee performance, providing feedback, and conducting performance appraisals. Compensation and benefits. The HR designs and administers competitive compensation packages and benefits programs to attract, motivate, and retain employees. It includes activities such as salary benchmarking, bonus schemes, and managing employee benefit like health insurance and retirement plans. HR, at a small tech company, reviews industry salary data to make sure that developers are paid competitively, helping to keep employees happy, stress-free, and reduce the risk of them leaving the job for better paying jobs. Employee relationship. HR plays a crucial role in fostering positive relationship between employees and organization. This function involves managing conflicts, promoting employee engagement, addressing grievances, and ensuring compliance with employment laws and regulation. So let me give you an example. HR at a small family-owned business helps resolve a dispute between two employees by facilitating a meeting where they can talk about their issues and find a solution. So it is more of a conflict resolution. Moving on to the function of HR in planning and analysis. HR engages in strategic workforce planning to ensure that the organization has the right people with the right skills in the right position at the right time. So this is very important to understand that HR is one which ensures that the organization has the right people with the right skills, right positions at the right time. It involves forecasting future staffing needs, succession planning, and analysis, HR metrics to inform decision making. Moving on to HR policy development and implementation. HR develops and implements policies and procedures to govern various aspects of employment, such as attendance, leave, diversity, inclusion, and health safety. These policies help maintain consistency and fairness in the workspace. All right. So, talent management, one important function in which HR is responsible for attracting, retaining, and developing talent. So I'll give you one example. HR at a retail store creates a mentorship program where seasoned employees help new hires learn the ropes, improving job performance and reducing turnover. Legal compliance. An example of legal compliance is HR keeps the organization compliant with labor laws and regulations. HR ensures a local bakery, an example, a local bakery complies with labor laws by keeping accurate time records and making sure all employees receive proper breaks. Now, going through the function of HR, recruitment and selection, identify, attract, and hire suitable candidates for job vacancies. Training and development, ensuring employees have necessary skills through training programs. Performance management, setting objectives, monitoring performance, and conducting appraisal. Compensation and benefits, designing and administering competitive compensation packages and benefits. Employee relation, fostering positive relationship, managing conflicts, and addressing grievances. HR planning and analysis, forecasting staffing needs, succession planning, and analyzing HR metrics. And lastly, policy development and implementation, developing and implementing policies to govern various aspects of employment. Now, this was a quick recall. Moving on to the next topic, that is to explain the role of HR function. The role of HR function is multifaceted. Now, when I say it is multifaceted, it means that it encompasses a variety of responsibilities and functions that are crucial to the smooth operation and success of an organization. So to give you one example, growing tech startup, all right? So what do you need in it? Recruitment and hiring. The HR is responsible for recruitment and hiring. And HR attracts and hires talented developers and support staff. Onboarding. HR organizes orientation and training for the new employees. Third, employee development. HR offers coding, boot camps, and leadership training. Performance management. HR sets up performance reviews and feedback sessions. Compensation and benefits. HR designs competitive salary packages and benefits to keep the employee with them. Now, to understand the various theoretical frameworks in the HR role, we have two theories. We have two frameworks. We have the resource-based view, RBV, and the human capital theory. Now, what does the RBV say? All right, it is a strategy framework that focuses on a company's internal resources and capabilities as the primary drivers of competitive advantage. And it means, in the simplest of the language, it means that the human resources represent a valuable and often irreplaceable asset that contributes significantly to a firm's competitive advantage. All right. Now, we'll try to understand it with the help of an example. Here, we'll take an example of Apple. Now, to understand it, an Apple is a brand reputation and innovative design capability add significant value to its product. All right. So we have a valuable thing, number one. Second, rare. Apple's ecosystem of products and services, like the seamless integration between iPhone, iPad, Mac, is unique. You don't find it anywhere else. Imperfectly imitable. Competitors find it hard to replicate Apple's brand loyalty and design innovation. Fourth is organized. Apple effectively leverages its resources through strong management and strategic organization. So, for a resource to provide a sustainable advantage, according to the resource based view, it says it should be valuable, rare, imperfectly imitable, and organized. VRIO. By focusing on all these unique resources, Apple maintains a strong competitive edge in the technology market. So, an HR plays a pivotal role in managing these human resources effectively to enhance organizational performance and competitiveness. Now, moving on to human capital theory. Now, what does human capital theory emphasize on? The role of investment in human capital, defined as the knowledge, skills, abilities, and other attributes possessed by individuals in driving organizational success. Now, according to this theory, organizations that invest in the development and utilization of their human capital are more likely to achieve superior performance outcomes. So this theory suggests that individuals and organizations can increase productivity and economic value by investing in what? In people's education, skills, and health. We'll take an example here, like we had taken an example of Apple in resource-based view. Here we are going to take an example of a company investing in employees' training. A software company invests in training programs for its developers to learn new programming languages and technologies. As a result, the developers become more skilled and productive, enabling the company to innovate faster and improve its product. This investment in human capital enhances the company's competitive position and lead to higher profits. According to this theory, organizations that invest in development and utilization of the human capital are more likely to achieve superior performance. Now, drawing from these theoretical frameworks like RBV and human capital theory, we can elaborate on the role of HR function as follows. A strategic partner. HR functions as a strategic partner by aligning human resource strategies with the overall strategic objective of the organization. This involves understanding the role of organization, identifying human capital requirement, and developing HR initiatives to support strategic goals. We'll understand this with the help of an example. HR helps a small restaurant chain expand by hiring experienced managers and training existing staff on new menu items and service standards. Talent management. HR is responsible for attracting, retaining, and developing talent within the organization. This includes activities such as recruitment, training, and development, succession planning, and performance management aimed at ensuring the organization has the right people with the right skills in the right position. Again, we'll understand this with an example. HR at a retail store creates a mentorship program where seasoned employees help new ones which are hired learn the ropes, improving job performance and reducing turnover. Employee engagement and well-being. HR plays a crucial role in fostering employee engagement, satisfaction, and well-being by implementing initiatives such as employee recognition programs, work-life balance policies, and health and wellness program. HR contributes to creating a positive work environment conducive to employee productivity and morale. Change management. In today's dynamic business environment, organizational change is inevitable. HR facilitates change management processes by providing support to employees during period of transition, communicating change initiatives effectively, and helping employees adapt to new roles and responsibilities. Compliance and risk management. HR ensures that the organization complies with relevant employment laws, regulations, and industry standards. Understanding the HR's role helps in mitigating legal risk and avoiding costly lawsuits. This includes activities such as developing and implementing HR policies, procedures, managing employee relation issues, and mitigating HR-related risk. By adopting a strategic and proactive approach informed by the theoretical framework, such as RBV and human capital theory, HR can effectively fulfill its role as the driver of organizational success and competitive advantage. Now we are going to understand the legislation impacting the HR function in a country. Now in UK, the HR function operates within a framework of legislation designed to protect the right of employees and ensure fair and lawful practice in the workplace. Key legislation impacting the HR function are what? Number one, Employment Rights Act 1996. This legislation provides a framework for employees' rights in areas such as contract of employment, unfair dismissal, redundancy, and statutory rights related to working hours, holidays, and parental leave. Equality Act 2010. The Equality Act prohibits discrimination, harassment, and victimization on the basis of protected characteristics such as age, disability, gender, reassignment, marriage and civil partnership, pregnancy and maternity, race, religion or belief, sex, and sexual orientation. It requires employers to promote quality and diversity in the workplace. The third is Health and Safety at Work Act 1974. This legislation places a duty on employers to ensure the health, safety, and welfare of their employees. And it requires employers to assess, manage, and risk, provide a safe working environment, provide information, instruction, training, and employee supervision to employees. So it is more focused on the health and safety at work. This includes physical health as well as mental health also. National Minimum Wage Act 1998 and National Living Wage. These acts set the minimum hourly rates of pay for workers in UK with different rates for different age groups. The National Living Wage is a minimum wage for workers aged 25 and over, while the National Minimum Wage applies to workers aged under 25. Data Protection Act 2018. This legislation governs the processing of personal data and requires organizations to protect the privacy rights of individuals. It sets out principles for the lawful processing of personal data as well as individuals' rights regarding their data. Trade Union and Labor Relation Act 1992. This act regulates the activities of trade unions, including their recognition by employers, collective bargaining rights, and industrial action procedures. It also provides protection for workers against unfair treatment for trade union memberships or activities. Pensions Act 2008. This legislation introduced automatic enrollment into workplace pension schemes for eligible workers. The whole aim of this Pension Act is to increase pension savings and retirement income. Working Time Regulation 1998. These regulations implement EU directives and govern various aspects of working time, and these include weekly working hours, rest breaks, annual leave entitlements. Understanding and complying with these key pieces of legislation is essential for HR professionals to ensure legal compliance, protect employee rights, and maintain positive employee relations within the organization. Now, according to BIS 2016, Employment Rights Act 1996 and Equality and Human Rights Commission we are now going to recall this. Legislation, Employment Right Act 1996. It provides framework for employee rights, including contracts, unfair dismissal and redundancy, etc. Equality Act 2010 prohibits discrimination, promotes equality and diversity in the workplace. Health and Safety at Work Act 1974 ensures health, safety, and welfare of employees other affected by work and activity. It has both physical and mental health in this. National Minimum Wage Act sets minimum hourly rate of pay for workers differentiated by age groups. Data Protection Act 2018 regulates processing of personal data and protects individuals' privacy rights. Trade Union and Labor Relation Act 1992 regulates trade union, collective bargaining, and industrial action procedure. Pension Act 2008 introduces automatic enrollment into the workplace pension scheme for eligible workers. Working Time Regulations 1998, implementing EU directives on working time, including limit on weekly hours and rest break. Now, to analyze the relationship of HR with other organizational functions, HR and operations. Now, what is the relationship between HR and operation? HR ensures that the organization has the necessary workforce to support operational activities, collaborates with operations to forecast staffing needs based on business requirements. It also coordinates with the operation team for the recruitment, selection, and training process to ensure operational roles are filled with qualified individuals, the right person with the right skill at the right position. Manages workforce scheduling and performance to optimize operational efficiency. HR and finance. The relationship between HR and finance is to collaborate with finance to develop and manage budget related to staffing, compensation, and employee benefits. Provides data and analysis on workforce cost, turnover rates, and productivity to support financial decision making. Administers payroll and benefit programs, ensuring compliance with financial regulations and employees. Implements cost-effective HR strategies to maximize the organization's financial resources. Moving on to HR and marketing, the relationship between HR and marketing is to develop employees' branding strategies to attract top talent, collaborate on recruitment marketing campaigns to promote the organization as an employer of choice, align HR initiatives such as training and development programs with marketing objectives to support customer satisfaction and retention, provide insights on market trends and competitive practices to inform marketing strategies. Now, the relationship between HR and IT is to collaborate. HR collaborates with IT to implement and maintain human resource information system for efficient HR process. Ensures data security and compliance with IT policies when handling sensitive employee information. Provides IT support for HR systems and tools to enhance employee productivity. Collaborates on development of e-learning platforms and digital training solutions to support employee development. Lastly, HR and management. The relationship between HR and management is mostly on HR policies, procedures, and legal requirements to ensure compliance and mitigate risk. Work with management to develop strategic workflows, force plans aligned with organizational goals, provide support for performance management and employee development initiatives to achieve strategic objectives, collaborate on organizational change initiatives, providing expertise on managing people-related aspects of change. Now we are going to see this and a quick recall of all the functions and the relationship with HR. Operation, HR ensures workforce alignment with the operational needs, managing recruitment and optimizing workforce performance. Finance, collaborate on budgeting, cost analysis, and financial planning related to staffing and HR initiatives. Marketing works together to enhance employer branding, recruitment, marketing, and alignment of HR with marketing goals. IT collaborates on HRIS implementation, data security, and development of digital solutions for HR processes. Lastly, management advises on HR policy, strategic workforce planning, performance management, and change management. And this was a relationship between HR and other organizational function. This was all about HR function. I hope you all have been able to understand the HR function. In case of any inquiry, you can write on learnerwork@ukvarsity.co.uk. Thank you and have a nice day. Thank you.